Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about the process of getting a job at the United Nations. Now this is not like Costco. You're not going to show up over there and deposit your resume and hope you're going to get a job within a week or two. That doesn't work like that. We're talking literally a bare minimum of 100 days, okay? So more than 3 months. It's a long process. There's a lot of things to know. We're going to talk about all of this during the entire course. Don't worry about it. At the end, you'll be an expert at that and you'll be able to pass your tests and pass your interviews, no issue. However, for now, let's just go with what it looks like, what's the process, so you understand exactly what to expect and what you're in for. So first of all, it's going to start way before you even think about getting a job at the UN. Okay, so this is a bunch of people that are going to get together. They're going to determine, okay, we need to have a new staff, or there's a staff leaving, we need to replace that staff. So they're going to determine the level, the type of contract, which we'll get into details in future courses. And they're going to have a list of the job description. Now, the job description, when it's posted online, you will need to read this very carefully to see if you match that job description, because if there's anything in that job description that basically you can't do, or it's, you don't have it in your profile or something, then you might fail. Okay, if they ask you to be fluent in Spanish, for example, and you don't speak Spanish, you'll be eliminated by the system. And this is where we are now. So they're going to post that online for a duration of about 15 to 45 days. So the average probably 30 days. Then all the people will apply. Doesn't matter when you apply, the first one to apply, the last one to apply, it's irrelevant. The computer at the end will go through everything. Whoever does not match that profile, if you, for example, like I said, you need a master's degree, you only have a bachelor's degree, you'll be eliminated automatically. Then after that, you will have a person manually looking into all those resumes that are left, that a computer have kept basically, and those 10-15 resumes will be selected to do a test. Now understand here that you may never be contacted after you receive your information from the system saying that your resume has been received. That's it, okay? After that, HR, if you're not selected, if the computer doesn't select you, you will not hear of it at all. Okay, so don't expect them to contact you unless you are invited to do a test. And the test basically, HR will contact you, contact those 10 candidates. You will have a date set up for the test and a time. You have to do it within that period of time. You may have anywhere from 60 minutes to 2 hours to complete that test. It depends on the number of questions. Generally, that's going to be either an essay type question, or they can be multiple choice. It depends. So there are 3 types of interviews. Okay, generally, the type 1 is going to be the new one that they use. You sit in front of the camera like we're doing right now. They're going to have a question on the screen. You're going to have 30 seconds to think about it. You're going to press record. You have 2 minutes to talk. Then you press stop, and that's it. This is basically an automatic interview. This is your first entry. After that, you may have a committee of 3 to 5 people that will interview you live. So now that's going to be a competency-based interview. They're going to ask you all kinds of questions and scenarios. We'll get into that in detail. Don't worry about it. And then once that's done, if you're the selected candidate, now at this point, if you're not the selected candidate, okay, they will email you. At this point, you're already in contact with HR. There's not many people. You'll be contacted to say, sorry, the post was filled by somebody else, okay? You will be contacted. You will know. But even here, it could take months before you get a reply, okay? So don't quit your day job hoping that it's going to be very fast, or you think you had a good interview, or because they're smiling and they say, wow, this is a good example that you're having the job, okay? You have to be good at the test, good at the interview. Once you've done that and you're selected, now they're going to check your reference. They're going to start checking your diploma and everything else to see if everything matched. They're going to take your passport, and they will issue you a visa to the country you're going to. In the job offer, you could technically negotiate it a little. Okay, so for example, when I'm going to talk about the steps, you could say, give me a higher step. Because my salary right now is actually higher than what I'm going to get for the UN. It's possible. Sometimes it happens, especially if you're a professional, like you really have like a long career. It could happen. But anyway, that's you'll see that. We'll talk about it at length. Then you will report for duty now. So they're going to issue you a plane ticket, or basically you're going to pay for your trip and they're going to refund you. You start working for the UN, and that's it. Congratulations. And that overall is the process on how to get a job at the UN. I've seen it done in 100 days, which is pretty much the minimum, all the way to take a year. Okay, so that's it. If ever you fail, we're going to talk about that as well. You might be rostered. Rostered candidates are basically in a database, and any organization can look at that list, and everybody that was the runner-up and they can get a job can be appointed from that list without too much fanfare. You might just do a quick interview and that's it, you get the job. So that's it. So this is the entire process of getting a job at the UN. In the next video, we're going to start talking about how you apply for a job, how do you search for it, and how do you apply.